Greetings, everyone. Some stories don't begin with once upon a time. Some begin right here, right now, by this fire. And tonight, your English listening practice begins with a story that speaks to more than just your ears. It speaks to your soul. Today I want to talk about something important. Something we use every day without thinking. Words. Have you ever said something and immediately wished you could take it back? Have you ever made a promise, a small one, and then forgot it? Have you ever felt the cold emptiness when someone's words did not match their actions? This happens because we forget the real price of words. We think they are free. They are not. But today, you will learn their true value. You will learn how to use your words to build worlds, not to break them. This is not just a motivational video. This will also help you improve your English with every sentence. So please, stay with me. Listen carefully, because what you learn today can change your life forever. Lesson 1. Your words create your world. Let me tell you something important. Every word you say is a seed. You plant it in the mind of another person, or you plant it in your own mind. What does this mean? It means your words have power. They grow. Some words grow into beautiful trees of trust and love. Other words grow into ugly weeds of doubt and pain. Your life today is a garden. This garden is full of things that grew from words. Words you said, words others said to you. Think about it. Your mind is like a garden. You choose what grows there. You can plant flowers, or you can let weeds take over. Let me tell you a story. There was a young boy named Leo. He was a good boy with a bright imagination. His father, a man named Arthur, was a good man. He loved his son very much. But Arthur was careless with his words. One sunny afternoon, Leo saw a beautiful tree house in a book. His eyes shined. He ran to his father. He said, "Dad, can we build a tree house just like this one?" Arthur smiled. He looked at the picture. He said, "What a great idea. We will build it this weekend. I promise." Leo was so happy. He felt a warm light inside him. A promise from his father was the strongest thing in the world. He waited for the weekend. He drew pictures of the treehouse. He planned their adventures inside it. The weekend came. Leo woke up early. He ran to his father. "Dad, it's time. Time to build our treehouse." Arthur was drinking coffee and reading the news. He looked tired. He said, "Oh, Leo, I'm sorry. Something important came up at work. I have to go to the office today. We will do it next weekend. I promise." The light inside Leo became a little smaller, but he understood. His father was a busy man, so he waited. He waited 7 more days. The next weekend came. Leo found his father in the garage. He was fixing the car. "Dad, is it time now?" Leo asked with hope in his voice. Arthur wiped his hands. He looked at the car. "Leo, this car is giving me a lot of trouble. If we don't fix it, we can't go anywhere. I need to finish this. Let's do it next weekend. I promise." Leo didn't say anything. He just nodded. The light inside him was now very small. A tiny flame in a big, dark room. The next weekend, Arthur said they had to visit family. The weekend after that, he was sick. Every time, he said the same words. "Next weekend, son. I promise." After the 5th promise, Leo stopped asking. He put his drawings of the treehouse in a box. He hid the box under his bed. One day, Arthur came to Leo's room. He had a big smile. He said, "Guess what, Leo? I have the whole weekend free. No work, no car trouble, nothing. Let's finally build that treehouse. Are you excited?" Leo looked at his father. He didn't feel any light. He didn't feel any excitement. He felt nothing. he said quietly. I don't want a treehouse anymore. Arthur was confused. What do you mean? You wanted it so much. Leo looked at his father with old eyes and a young face. He said, You promised too many times, Dad. Now your words feel empty. In that moment, Arthur understood. He didn't just break a promise about a treehouse. He broke something much more important. He planted seeds of doubt in his son's heart. He taught his son that a promise is just a word, an empty sound. He lost his son's trust because he was careless with his words. Not because he was a bad father, because he thought words were cheap. Now think about your life. How many small promises have you made and forgotten? I'll call you later. Let's meet up next week. I will send you that link. We all do this. It seems normal, but every broken promise is a small crack in the wall of trust. So what's the solution? The solution is simple. I call it the word is gold rule. It is a very old way of thinking. Here's what you do. Step 1. Before you speak, especially before you promise, stop. Ask yourself this question. Is this word worth gold? Step 3. If the answer is yes, then say it, and then protect it like it is gold. That's it. When you do this, your words become heavy. They have value. People will feel it. You will feel it. You will feel respect for yourself. Remember this. Empty words create an empty life. Words with weight create a life of respect and trust. This is how strong people live. And now you know this too. Lesson, the poison of a careless word. Let me tell you something important. A careless word is like a stone thrown into a quiet lake. The ripples go on and on. You can't see where they end. What does this mean? It means one bad word can cause a lot of damage. More damage than you can imagine. We say things without thinking. You're not good at this. That idea is stupid. You've gained some weight. We say them, and we forget them 1 minute later. But the person who hears them might not forget. They might remember that word for years, or for a lifetime. Think about it. Your words can be a comfort, like a warm blanket, or they can be a weapon, like a sharp knife. You choose. Every time you speak, you choose. Let me tell you another story. There was a young woman named Elara. She was quiet and gentle. She had one great love in her life. She loved to draw. When she was a little girl, she drew on everything. Napkins, old newspapers, the back of her homework. Drawing was her secret world. A world where she felt happy and free. She wasn't a master. She wasn't perfect. But her drawings had something special. They had a soul. When she was 16, her family had a guest. A man named Mr. Grindle. He was a relative, an uncle or something. Mr. Grindle was a loud man who thought he knew everything. He saw Elira drawing in her notebook. He walked over to her. He looked over her shoulder. Elira felt nervous. She respected Mr. Grindle. He was an adult. He was family. She wanted him to like her drawing. He looked at her picture of a forest. He made a sound. Then he said, "It's a nice little hobby, dear, but don't think you can be a real artist. You don't have it." He smiled, thinking he was giving her wise, practical advice. Art doesn't pay the bills. You should focus on something serious. He walked away to get more cake. He forgot his words in 5 seconds, but Elara did not forget. His words hit her like a physical thing. You don't have it. The words echoed in her mind. A nice little hobby. Not a real artist. The next day she tried to draw, but her hand felt heavy. She looked at the white paper, and she heard Mr. Grindle's voice. You don't have it. The joy was gone. The freedom was gone. Her secret world was now a cold, empty room. She closed her notebook, and she did not open it again for a very long time. 10 years passed. Alara finished school. She got a normal, serious job, a job that paid the bills. She was good at her job, but she was not happy. She felt like she was living someone else's life. A part of her was sleeping. A part of her was silent, the part that loved to draw. One careless comment from a man who knew nothing about art. One moment of stupid practical advice, and it stole 10 years of her life. It stole her passion. This is the poison of a careless word. Now think about your life. Think about a time a word hurt you. Do you still remember it, even after all these years? Now think about the other side. Have you ever said something careless? Something you didn't really mean? And did you see the light go out in someone's eyes? We all have. We have all been Mr. Grindle at some point. It's easy to do, but it's also very dangerous. So what's the solution? The solution is a technique I call think. It's very simple but very powerful. Here is what you do. Step 1. Before you give your opinion or criticism, stop. Think twice. Step 2. First ask yourself, is what I want to say true? Not do I think it's true, but is it an objective, hard fact? Step 3. Second, ask yourself, is what I want to say kind or necessary? Will it help this person, or will it just hurt them? That's it. If you cannot answer yeses to both questions, maybe you should be silent. Silence is often better than a careless word. When you use this technique, you become a more thoughtful person. You stop throwing stones into other people's legs. You become a builder, not a destroyer. Remember this. A moment of carelessness can create a lifetime of pain. Your words are tools. Use them to build people up, not to tear them down. This is the way of wisdom. And now you know this too. Lesson 3. The magic of a true word. Let me tell you something important. Just as a careless word can poison, one true word can heal. One true word, spoken from the heart at the right time, can save a person. What does this mean? It means you have the power to change someone's life for the better, right now, with your words. We live in a world of empty compliments. Nice hair. Great job. I love that. We say these things on autopilot. They are like sugar. Sweet for a second, but they give no real energy. But a true word is different. A true word is like bread. It gives strength. It gives life. It is real. A true word is when you see something good and real in someone, and you speak it. Think about it. The world is full of criticism, from bosses, from teachers, from family, from our own minds. People are thirsty for a single true word of encouragement, and you can give it to them. Let's go back to Alara's story. 10 years after she stopped drawing. She is 26 years old now. She works in an office. She is quiet. Her light is dim. One day she is moving to a new apartment. She finds an old box under her bed. The box with her drawings from when she was a girl. She opens it. She looks at her old pictures. A sad feeling comes over her. A feeling of a lost world. Her new neighbor comes to say hello. He is an old man named Silas. He is a carpenter. He makes beautiful things from wood. He has kind eyes and strong, gentle hands. He sees the open box. He asks, "What is this?" Alara feels embarrassed. "Oh, it's nothing. Just silly drawings from when I was a kid." She tries to close the box. "Wait," Silas says softly. "Can I see?" Alara hesitates, but there is something calm and safe about this man. She nods. Silas sits down on the floor. He doesn't rush. He takes one drawing. He looks at it for a long time. It's a picture of a single old tree. He looks at the lines. He looks at the shadows. He is silent for a full minute. Alara's heart beats fast. She expects him to say, "That's nice for a kid." But he doesn't. Finally, he looks up at her. His eyes are serious. He says one sentence. "There is a soul in these lines." He looks back at the drawing. "The world needs to see this." That's all he said. No big compliments, no empty praise, just one true observation. There is a soul in these lines. That one sentence was like a key. It unlocked the door to her secret world. It broke the spell of Mr. Grindle's words. For the first time in 10 years, Alara felt that old light coming back. It was small, but it was there. A spark. That night, Alara could not sleep. She thought about Silas's words. A soul in these lines. The next day, she went to a store. She bought a new notebook. A beautiful one with thick, clean paper. She bought new pencils. That evening, she sat down. She opened the notebook. And for the first time in 10 years, she began to draw. And the joy came back. The freedom came back. Her world came back. All because of one true sentence from a kind stranger. He didn't save her from a fire. He saved her from a life without a soul. Now think about your life. When was the last time you gave someone a true compliment? Not just empty praise, but something you really saw in them. You are very patient with your children. You have a way of making people feel calm. I admire how you never give up. These words are magic. They are medicine. Who in your life needs to hear a word of strength from you right now? Your friend? Your partner? Your child? Your parent? So what's the solution? The solution is a mission. I call it the one true word mission. It's very easy to start. Here's what you do. Step 1. Every day, your mission is to find one person. Just one. Step 2. Observe them. Really see them. Find one good, true thing about them. Not their clothes or their hair. Their character. Their action. Their spirit. Step 3. Simply and honestly. Don't expect a big reaction. Just plant the seed. That's it. When you do this, you change the world a little bit every day. You become a source of strength. You become a healer. You become a person whose words have the weight of gold. And the more you give this gift to others, the more you will find it in yourself. Remember this. Your words can be the light that someone is looking for in the dark. Use them to light the way. This is the path of a truly powerful person. And now you know this too. Lesson 4. The most dangerous words are the ones you say to yourself. Let me tell you something important. The voice inside your head is the most powerful speaker in your life. It speaks to you all day, every day. It never stops, and you always listen. What does this mean? It means your relationship with yourself is built on words, the words you use to talk to yourself. This inner voice can be your greatest ally, or it can be your worst enemy. It can be a coach that pushes you to be better, or it can be a critic that tells you you are worthless. You decide which one it is. Think about it. When you make a mistake, what is the first thing your inner voice says? Is it kind? It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. Let's learn from this and move on. Or is it cruel? You are so stupid. You always fail. You will never be good enough. Many of us live with a cruel voice in our heads. We would never speak to a friend the way we speak to ourselves. Let me tell you a story about a man named Marcus. To the outside world, Marcus was a success. He had a good job, a nice car, a beautiful apartment. People looked at him and thought, he has everything. But inside, Marcus was living in a storm. His inner voice was a tyrant, a monster. When he woke up in the morning, the voice started, "You didn't sleep enough. You will be tired all day. You will probably fail at that big presentation." When he was at work, he closed a big deal. For a moment, he felt good, but the voice whispered, "It was just luck. You don't really have the skill. Next time, you will fail." He went on a date with a wonderful woman. They laughed. They had a great time. When he got home, the voice said, "She was just being polite. She will not call you back. Why would someone like her be with someone like you?" Marcus lived like this for years. He was a prisoner in his own mind. The words he said to himself were more poisonous than any word from the outside. They were a slow poison, killing his spirit day by day. One day, Marcus was walking in a park. He saw a father teaching his young son to ride a bicycle. The boy fell, again and again. He scraped his knee. He started to cry. "I can't do it, Dad. I'm no good." The father kneeled down. He didn't shout. He didn't say, "Stop crying." He gently wiped his son's tears. He said, "Hey, look at me. That's how we learn. Every time you fall, you learn how not to fall. I am so proud of you for trying so hard. You are so brave. Now, let's try one more time. I'll be right here with you." The boy looked at his father. He took a deep breath. He got back on the bike, and a few moments later he was riding. A little shaky, but he was doing it. A huge smile was on his face. Marcus watched this, and something inside him broke. He sat on a bench and started to cry. Not because he was sad for the boy. He was sad for himself. He realized that in his entire life, he had never spoken to himself like that father spoke to his son. He had never been his own ally. He was always his own critic. In that moment, he understood. The prison was not his life. The prison was his own words. He was the prisoner, and he was also the guard. That day, Marcus decided to fire the guard. Now think about your life. How do you speak to yourself? When you look in the mirror, what do you say? When you fail, are you your own friend? Or are you your own enemy? We are often crueler to ourselves than anyone else could ever be. We are the source of our own poison. So what's the solution? The solution is a new habit. I call it the kind voice. It is about learning to speak to yourself like a good friend. Here's what you do. Step 1. Start to listen to your inner voice. Just notice it. Don't judge it. Just listen to what it says. Step 2. When you hear the cruel voice, just stop it in the middle of a sentence. Imagine a big red stop sign. Now, consciously replace it with a kind voice. The voice of that father in the park. Ask yourself, what would a kind and wise friend say to me right now? Then say that to yourself. That's it. At first, it will feel strange. The kind voice will be quiet, and the critic will be loud. But you must practice every day. It's like training a muscle. The more you use the kind voice, the stronger it gets. The less you listen to the critic, the weaker it becomes. Soon, the kind voice will be your natural voice, and it will change everything. Remember this, you are in a relationship with yourself for your entire life. Make it a good one. Be your own best friend, not your own worst enemy. This is the foundation of a strong and happy life, and now you know this too. Lesson 5. The power of a closed mouth. Let me tell you something important. In a world that is full of noise, silence is a sign of power. Real strength doesn't need to shout. What does this mean? It means sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. We feel a need to fill every silence. We are afraid of it. When we are nervous, we talk too much. When we are in a conflict, we want to have the last word. We think that the person who talks the most is the winner. This is a mistake. This is a sign of weakness. Think about it. The ocean is powerful, not when its waves are crashing loudly, but in its deep, silent mystery. A king is powerful not when he is yelling orders, but when his quiet presence commands respect. Silence gives you time to think. Silence makes other people nervous, not you. Silence shows that you are in control of your emotions. Let me tell you one final story. There was a wise woman named Anya. She was a leader in her company. One day, a huge crisis happened. Two departments were fighting. The leaders of the departments, a man named Boris and a man named Kane, were in a big meeting. Everyone was there, and everyone was shouting. Boris accused Kane of making a big mistake. Kane accused Boris of lying. They brought papers. They showed emails. Their voices got louder and louder. The room was full of angry noise. Everyone was taking sides. The situation was getting worse. The company could lose a lot of money. Anya was in that meeting, but she was silent. She did not say a word. She just listened. She sat at the head of the table, her hands folded. Her face was calm. She looked from Boris to Kane. She listened to their angry words. She listened to their justifications and their blame. Her silence was like a deep pool of water in the middle of a fire. At first, nobody noticed, but then, slowly, the angry shouting began to feel foolish. Boris and Kane were shouting into a wall of calm. After 10 minutes of this, Boris finally stopped. He was out of breath. The room became quiet. Everyone looked at Anya. The silence in the room was now heavy. It was full of expectation. Anya waited one more moment. Then she spoke. Her voice was not loud. It was calm and clear. She did not take sides. She did not blame anyone. She said, "Thank you both for sharing your perspectives. I have heard you." Then she looked at Boris. "Boris, what is the one thing you need from Kane's department to solve this problem today?" Boris was surprised. He thought for a moment. He said one simple thing. Then Anya looked at Kane. "Kane, can you provide this?" Kane, now much calmer, said, "Yes, I can." Then Anya said, "Good. Then that is what we will do. The rest of this is just noise. The problem is solved. Now let's get back to work." And that was it. The meeting was over. Anya won. But she didn't win by shouting. She won by being silent. Her silence made everyone else's noise seem weak. Her silence allowed her to see the real problem, not the emotional drama. She controlled the room because she first controlled herself. Now think about your own life. How do you act in a conflict? Do you feel the need to shout louder than the other person? Do you need to have the last word? Do you interrupt people before they finish? Or can you sit in silence and just listen? Can you be the calm in the storm? This is a great power. So what's the solution? The solution is a simple practice. I call it the power of the pause. It's about using silence as a tool. Here's what you do. Step 1. In your next conversation, especially if it's a difficult one, make a goal. Your goal is to listen more than you speak. Listen to understand, not just to reply. Step 2. When the other person finishes speaking, don't reply immediately. Pause. Take a breath. Count to 3 in your mind, just like our old rule. This shows respect. It gives you time to think. Step 3. When you do speak, speak with purpose. Don't just add to the noise. When you practice this, you will feel a shift in your power. You will feel more in control. People will listen to your words more carefully because you use them less. You will earn respect without demanding it. Remember this. A fool speaks because he has to say something. A wise person speaks because they have something to say. Choose to be wise. This is the way of true strength. And now you know this too. Let's remember what we learned today. Lesson 1. Your words create your world. Every word is a seed. Plant good ones. Lesson 2. A careless word is poison. Think before you speak. Is it true? Is it kind or necessary? Lesson 3. A true word is magic. Use your words to heal and build people up. Lesson 4. The words you say to yourself are the most important. Be your own ally. Lesson 5. Silence is power. Learn to use it. These lessons can change your life, but only if you use them. Only if you practice them every day. From today, you are different. You are not someone who makes empty promises. You are not someone who speaks careless words that hurt others. You are not someone who is cruel to yourself. You are not someone who is afraid of silence. You are someone whose word is gold. You are someone who thinks before they speak. You are someone who is a friend to themselves. You are someone who is calm and strong in a world of noise. This is who you are now. You are more powerful than you believe, because now you have the knowledge of words, and this knowledge gives you immense power. The old you was a slave to words. The new you is a master of words. So here's what I want you to do. Today, just today, choose one mission. Just one. Maybe you will practice the word as gold rule with one promise. Maybe you will use the think twice rule before you give an opinion. Maybe you will go on the one true word mission and give someone a true compliment. Or maybe you will just listen to your inner voice and try to make it a little kinder. Or in your next conversation, you will practice the power of the pause. Just once. Try it once. Feel the difference. And then tomorrow, try it again and again. Soon it will become your nature, and your world will change. Thank you for being here with me tonight. I hope this story, this lesson, remember, every time you listen, you are improving two things: your English and your life. Your words are your legacy. They are the buildings you leave behind. Make them strong. Make them beautiful. If these stories help you build a stronger life and better English, then my work is done. Subscribe for more fire, for more stories. Be the master of your words, and you will be the master of your world. Take care of yourself. Stay calm. Stay strong. Speak true.